Hey, 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 Periscope family. How y'all doing tonight? It's your brother D. Hey, 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 come on, join me. Log on in. We're going to give you all a second. Sound off from where you're from. All right, all right, all right. Tanya Beckmore. Hey, hey, Karen Bashir, Romans 8:28. Hey, good to see you as always. How y'all doing tonight? Thanks for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the love. I know you guys have been waiting for this counter. Hey, JSW 71369. How you doing, sister? Good to see you. See Silva Harden. Thanks for joining. Amy Vitz. Hello, hello, hello. Y'all in these personals. I know, right? I know, right? You all have been waiting for Mistah to speak, right? I know you are. Yes, women are more than welcome. I'm not going to differentiate in this case. I want my sisters. No, this is not for men only. This is for everyone. This is just from my perspective. I want sisters to log in because, hey, Renee, to help us. I'm glad your husband is there. All right. I want sisters to log in because hopefully whenever I'm on, I think it's very important. Thank you. I think it's very important for you all to get a peep inside the mind of your man. Okay. And Houma, Louisiana. All right. Praise God. All right. Don't know quite where that is. Is that anywhere near New Orleans? I love Louisiana. Thanks for all the hearts, y'all. Thank you. Let me know where y'all from. I'm here in Chicago. Just got back from youth group. Talking to our young people. You all pray for them. Hold them up. If you all have young people in your household, you know that they're going through some really real things that we never encountered. North Carolina, bodacious believer. All right. Yes, we need to know how your minds work. Yes, and so I want my sisters to log in. I want my brothers to watch. Mrs. is upstairs. In case you don't know who I am, I'm your boy Dwayne. Okay, I'm your brother D from up the block. Excuse me, I got this dry cough. I've been taking this inhaler. Hey, Cleveland, Ohio. Pink Owl. Hey, that's St. Louis. First time. Thank you so much, Natural Divas 4. Well, hopefully you'll log in again, naturally, because normally it's two of us. This is my time to scope. This is Wednesday. Okay, and we're always together, my wife and I, on Tuesdays, on Fridays, and Sundays. But since you all out there in Periscope land, all right, thanks. I'm glad you're there, Romans 8:28 hubby. Praise God. Thanks for joining us. Seattle, all right, the rainy state. Love Seattle though. Got some good people there. A lot of good things happen in Seattle. All right, CJ 290. All right. If you all have been following us, you guys are used to seeing me and my wife together. But since we've decided to go daily, as per your request, we decided to tag team this thing. You know, so that you guys have a chance to poke at us individually, and we come together and recap and touch on your issues. But tonight, Mistah speaks. Last time, if you all were watching, the missus had quite a bit to say. Okay, she had quite a bit to say. Yeah, I see those hearts flowing. And I heard all the amens from upstairs while I was watching Gotham. Okay, and you all think that I was ear hustling. I was not. Brother is not wired that way. Okay, but I did watch the replay. Believe it. Okay, did watch the replay. And the funny thing is, I never watch the replays. Okay, I really don't. I never watch the replays. But on the replay tip, while we're starting out, I just want to, you guys know I'm kind of the jokester and I'm part of the real side. You missed it? Watch the replay. I don't know if she put it on. I don't know if she put it on Katch or not, but maybe she'll upload it to YouTube. Okay, but this is definitely on Katch where you can watch the replay. But just to clear some things up before we get started, I need to clear the air because sister was none too happy with brother the last time we scoped together yesterday. She was not happy, and I want to clarify some things. Yes, Katch with a K, Katch. Yes, Katch.me, right? And look up marriageforeal on Katch, and you'll see. I don't know if she put it on Katch. If she didn't put the hashtag, I don't know if it caught or not. But I'll have her upload this one just in case. Upload it from yesterday just in case. Actually, it should. Yeah, I have her upload it just in case because she still have it. Please have her loaded because I miss that. Definitely. I will definitely ask you. Not a problem. I will mention that as soon as we get off here. But I need to clarify some things. Because I think that I was probably misunderstood. Brother has eyes only for his missus. Okay, I want to give you guys a little insight into me. All right, I made a comment about how she's always hawking and how she sees a woman walk in before I see her walk in. Yes, marriage for real. Yes, absolutely. She sees a woman walk in before I see a woman walk in. And I made the comment, how can you not see? Okay, I was not endorsing that men should look at other women when they're in the presence of their wife. That is so disrespectful. I do not look at other women like that. I am a people watcher, but I have eyes only for my wife. And it's kind of funny because sometimes she'll catch someone that's attractive before I catch them. Actually, I'm kind of oblivious to it a lot. A little thing about me, I'm wired kind of differently. Okay, I'm wired kind of differently, especially when it comes to the opposite sex. I'm a different type of dude. I've had you've heard me say before, I've had more than my experiences with the opposite sex. I was actually for a while, yes, we are very visual. We're very visually driven, but that's got to be tempered with wisdom. Okay, our eyes will shift. You know what I mean? But never should you be staring. Never should you break your neck to acknowledge a curvaceous or beautiful woman. You brothers know that is asking for a homicide. Let's just keep it real. Let's just ask, and it's extremely disrespectful. Whatever you do, if you get caught doing that, you got it coming. Whatever you got coming, you got it coming. Okay, but sister be on a brother, and that's the point that I was trying to make yesterday. And so, just in case, because I know one brother kind of chimed in and said, "Oh, I agree with sister." And I think he kind of missed what I said. I said you cannot not look at something that gets caught in your field of vision. Not that you should be making the effort to be looking at other. Yes, it's asking for a homicide, Tanya. It is asking for it. You are asking for a shot to the grill. Okay, believe it. And so, I was making the point that you cannot see something that passes in your field of vision. And she is that acute with it. Okay, where it won't even register, but it's already registered her 5 seconds prior. Okay, but no, brother does not stare at women. I do people watch because I am a professional artist, and I'm always looking for character and nuance. I've done nude studies. I'm not fazed by people like that. Look, she can't compare to no way. Sister, I don't even get 5 seconds. Okay, I got the 0.5 second rule. I had a period before that half second rule, and that's fine because rarely I'm not fazed by women like that. Believe it or not, I'm not going to get into it because sister would have a real issue if I told you guys how we met from my perspective. She hates how I tell that story. But long story short, I was in a very visually driven field for a while, and that involves the nightlife. And the night that she met me, I didn't even notice her. I'm really oblivious to it. She actually noticed me when I walked in, okay, at the club. But I won't get into all that. It's unfair to her while she's not here. So if you guys are logging on to us on Friday, maybe she may be inspired to tell the story while I'm in her presence, because I'm asking for trouble tonight with no 57 if I tell it tonight. But another thing, let's get this straight. Let's get this straight, people. The beach body. That, okay? I was unjustly crucified for this beach body thing. Yes, this is beach body, the 21-day fix. Now, the story about Beachbody. She told you guys, if you have been watching this for a while, she told you guys, you guys watched it when I went to Mariano's and I bought her this cheesecake, these flowers, this card, because she had a rough day, blah, blah, blah. And then he turns around and gets her this Beachbody. The truth behind the Beachbody. Sister knows that, you see, I'm a personal trainer. I live a semi-fit life. And she knows what I like, okay? Let me tell you about this brother, sister, before I go into this. Okay, this is some real talk. Brothers, I hope if you're listening, give your man the phone or the mobile device or wherever the case may be so he can give me some amens or sevens. That's what we do to let we know that you agree. If you get this statement. And the word always tells us that wisdom is the principal thing, but in all you're getting, get an understanding. So if you understand this statement, give me some sevens. I'm very well aware that when a man is pursuing a woman, okay, during the whole dating and courting process, we jump through hoops to woo her, Okay, we jump through hoops to woo her. And as we get serious into a relationship and we get married and all this stuff, things have a tendency to die down, right? Tap that screen if you know what I'm talking about. All right, things have a tendency to die down. It's not something that is justifiable. I'm just saying I understand. You get into this routine, you get into these ruts, right? And the flame kind of dies a little bit, right? And men, we get raked over the coals because we don't do the stuff to keep her that we did to get her, right? Let's see them sevens, let's see those hearts, right? We get raked over the coals. Women, I perfectly understand that you all are emotionally driven creatures. We are physically and visually driven creatures, right? That's just how the Lord made us. With that being said, we have an obligation as men to maintain the status quo that we initiated to get our woman. We have that obligation. Now, we understand work, kids, real life gets in the way, but every once in a while, you need to step outside your box and make that effort to let her know that she's still that one for you. That's keeping those emotional buttons pushed. You feel me? But the flip side of it is this, that we get crucified for. Us being physically and visually driven creatures, just as you want the emotional stimulation that we provided early on in the relationship, we want the woman that we met that turns us on physically and all those other things that you did later on in the relationship. But see, we get crucified for saying it, okay? See, I have nothing against, whatever floats your boat. Everybody's got their flavor. Me personally, I like petite, I like shapely, I like curvy, okay? Because of the field that I was in, I was kind of used to more of the model-less figure, granted. And that's what I was always attracted to, all right? I married that. Now, do I expect you to be this size 3, 4, 3 kids later, 20 years? Absolutely not. But I do expect some level of maintenance. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? It's a little bit of effort that lets me know that you're still concerned about what turns me on. Just like I make the effort to get you the cheesecake, the flowers, the card, to make sure that you're still emotionally turned on, that you are the one for me. I'm not saying you gotta like it. I'm saying don't flip the script in the relationship. You looked a certain way, you kept yourself a certain way, because you knew that's what it took to get a man, okay? To get that dude. You follow me? You wore that little lingerie thingy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying y'all should have been having sex before, 57 before y'all got married, but let's just keep it real. You did all those things to get that dude and lock him down. The 21-day fix. Did you order the shakes? I did not order the shakes too. Thank you for the agreement. But we get crucified as men when we say, babe, you put on a few pounds. Babe, why are you changing your whole wardrobe? What's up with that? See, the thing, I'll tell you about Toy. Here's something she did not tell you. Toy did not put on the weight after our children. Toy was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen when she was pregnant. I'm telling you, it blew me away. If I could afford to have kept her pregnant, I probably would have. She glowed. She radiated, okay? She was all stomach. And I thought it was the most beautiful thing in the world. So even after 3 kids, Toy snapped right back. Okay, snapped right back. She never worked out. She never did any of those things. She just had those genes. And some people have that. Toy didn't start putting on the weight until about 10 years until our baby was 10 years old. Okay, about 10 years old. And I never absolutely do. That is a terrible thing. I think it's a terrible thing to say to a woman if it's not true, but we're talking about having real conversations with your spouse. See, my thing is you have to be able to communicate what turns you on, because your man, we've already established earlier that we are visual creatures. We've already established that earlier, okay? Why not do the things to keep your man's eye on you? Many of you all just don't want to do it, okay? She had her kids in her 20s. You started gaining in her 30s. Yes, she did. But Toy's got great genes. She's got great genes. And see, she's the type, because I've been training for so long, tell the truth, same the devil. Thank you, Jay Alice. Thank you. All right? Toy is one of those gifted genetic freaks where she ain't got to do much. She really doesn't. Toy just ain't got to do much to stay a certain way. And I'm not demanding. See, I don't like this thing where I'm painted as this villain because I got her this. See, this was part of an agreement, believe it or not. Toy said, you know what, babe? I thought about what you said. She said, and you know, you're right. I do have a responsibility to maintain myself for you. Just like you have a responsibility to tend to my mental and emotional needs as well as provide. And so now I got to hold up my part. If you design a workout plan for me, like I do for many of my other clients, because I train a lot of athletes, and she's seen the results that I've gotten from them. I was never asking her to do that because that's not my expectation with her. She's the average woman, okay? I said, okay, babe, you know what? If you do 30 minutes a day, 3 or 4 days a week, boom, go. You know, beach body for you, bro. No, I work out every day. I'm in the gym every day. I did not say they need to look that way forever. No, Tanya Blackmore, you are misunderstanding. Like, as I prefaced it, I don't expect her to be as she was in her 20s. I do expect a certain level of maintenance. Okay, that's what I do. I expect her to be fit for where she is, for lack of a better term. I expect her to be fit for where she is. And that's relative to where you are. You follow me? I don't expect her to be, let's see, what she was like, 125? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm not expecting 170 either. Do you understand? Now, mind you, she's not obese by any stretch of the words. We're talking about what your man likes. If what your man likes is where you are, then you're doing your thing. Okay? Some men are more demanding than others. I'm not that demanding. So, back to the beach body thing. Babe, if you design a plan for me, I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay? I'm like, okay, fine. Better than that, I came across this. No, it was not 10 years. No, it was not 10 pounds heavier. No, it was not. No, that's not what I said. It's a lot more than 10 pounds. Trust me. She said, babe, if you design a plan for me, and I'm not going to give her weight because that would be rude. But if you design a plan for me, I will do it. Well, what I want to do, yes, and that's it. And if you want that for yourself, great. Great. You know what I mean? But we're talking about me and my woman. Where you are in your relationship, that's relative. Some men like plus, some men like minus. Whatever floats your boat for your men that you did to keep them, you want to stay in that range. Hey, young baller, how's it going? But this is not a weight talk. I'm justifying this, okay? Babe, if you design a workout plan for me, I'll do it. Well, what I tell you guys, I'm not going to do anything that's going to bring division in my marriage. But I was very relieved when she let me know she was willing to make that effort for me. That's a relationship building thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? That she's going to make the extra effort for me because she wants to be what I've always desired. Thank you. And so, mind you, we're not talking about anything drastic. So rather than to do a plan and me get frustrated that she didn't keep up with the plan when I made the effort to do a plan, I came across this, the 21-day fix. I studied it, I looked it up, I read it, I did my personal trainer thing. I'm like, you know what? This fits her. Because Toy, at one time she did Jenny Craig and she did very well on it. Because she liked the game aspect of it, the portion control, all of that. And Toy's not much into working out. This is a 30-minute a day requirement with portion control. So it kind of fits where she was. I said, you know what? I'm going to save myself the frustration. I'm going to go ahead and get you this. Here, that's what it is. This was an agreement. This was not forced upon her. She asked me to provide her something. Okay? Compromises do help a relationship. And trust me, my wife is fine. Okay? My wife is fine. I'm just telling you where I prefer her to be, not just visually, but for health reasons. Okay? She does have some health things that go on that you guys may not be aware of, that I am painfully aware of. Energy issues with her thyroid. Okay? Cancer's been in her family, the whole 9 yards. This is me being the head of my house, ensuring that everyone is taken care of. And guess what? Sometimes those unpleasant conversations have to be had, okay? Because I'm not some stranger telling you, babe, I really want you to, to tighten things up a little bit. You don't have to be here. It'd be different if that's where she wanted to be. It doesn't bother me. You're right. This is not even where she wanted to be. She wants to do it. She's just making a stage because I said something about it. But let my wife tell me, babe, you're not, thank you, Miss Tika, thank you. I do care, and I really do care. It's not all about physicality. I've been at the hospital with her. Okay, I'm there when her thyroid is flaring up and she's in pain where she can't move. I'm there when her knee's hurting, because let me tell you something, for those who are into fitness, you know, your body reacts to a 5-10 pound weight fluctuation. All right. Your joints, especially as you get older, are very sensitive to said things. Okay. I'm the one that's there. Okay. And all I'm saying is, babe, give yourself, if you can't give yourself 30 minutes a day. I teach my kids, my athletes, and our young people, 3 things need to be tended to every day as it pertains. This is how you should start your day. Time given to your mental improvement, reading something, learning something at your craft. Time given to your physical maintenance, okay? And time given to your spiritual improvement. That trinity needs to be maintained every day. But oftentimes, we only focus on 1 or 2 of those things. And all 3 of them are absolutely crucial to not just life, but life hereafter, okay? And so with that being said, listen, I'm starting 2 businesses. I'm here on Periscope. I minister, okay? I train basketball players. I work a second job. I work nights. I draw. I'm doing commissions. I'm dad. I'm husband. I make time for my improvement every day. Every day. Because that's the least I can do for if I can't give myself, if I can give a job 8, 9, 10 hours a day, and I can't give myself 30, 40 minutes to improve, that's pretty pathetic. That's pretty pathetic. Whether that be spiritual, read your Bible. Let me tell you something. I get in my word. If I'm even on the go, I got to give myself some time to feed my spirit. I got to give myself some time to improve my body, and I got to give myself some time to improve on my craft or my mission. Okay? Y'all do it together. Love it. Absolutely. And so with that, is it a must workout? No, it's not a must to work out every day. That's what I do. And I don't kill myself at the gym. I'm only at the gym for maybe an hour a day. I think I can give myself an hour a day. Okay, I deserve an hour a day. But most people can get by with 3. I tell most people 3 hours a week. An hour a day, 3 days a week. Okay, no, don't kill yourself. An hour a day, 3 days a week. This 21-day fix is 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes. The amount of a lunch break. Okay, we're talking about half of your favorite show on television. You understand? But we don't quantify those things like that. No, your body has to have time to recover. But this is not a fitness thing. Mr. Speaks, I got to answer. So that's the beach body part. Okay, that's where that came from. I'll be watching this while I'm sick. Thanks, Dustin. That's the beach body part. Okay, I'm done with that. Needed to justify that. My superhero t-shirts. Okay, yeah, she was acting out, Miss Tika. Okay, my superhero t-shirts. It is true. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I have let myself go in the dress department. When my wife met me, she met me at a time. Yes, it's the Punisher. She met me at a time. I'll just be honest with you. Brother used to be a stripper and a model. Okay, I used to be about that pole life. Okay, she met me when I was just giving it up. When I was giving up the stripper part, the modeling part came later. And so I was very much into shopping. I was very much into fashion. I would not go anywhere without everything lined to a T, everything groomed up, the cufflinks. Yeah, it's funny. Brother used to be about that pole life. You hear me? Okay. And so with that being said, fashion ruled my life. I shopped like a woman every pay. Man, if I got paid on the 15th, check was gone at the mall by the 16th, and brother was shaking that tail on that pole the rest of the month trying to survive. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, if y'all find that funny, tap that screen. So, in comes marriage. In comes marriage. Oh, we're talking stripper to drug dealer to minister. I got a testimony, you all. I used to sell stripper to drug dealer to cop to minister. You understand what I'm saying? And so, I still do dress nicely. But my focus when it comes to my priorities kind of shifted. Okay, my priorities really did shift. When I got married and kids started coming and money became an issue, I would shop. I had to be very particular with what I purchased. And a lot of the things that I bought that how I liked to dress, I could no longer afford to. You understand? Yes, look at God, right? But if nothing but God. And so superheroes and comic books are very dear to me. For you all young ballers watched me, I have a faith-based comic book and animation studio called Honor Studios, which I'll be broadcasting here on Periscope. I have a I started a school where I teach comic book art called Kapow, the Comic Art Academy. And so I used to be a professional animator before I became a cop. Worked on Batman, the animated series, Pinky and the Brain, that kind of stuff. I was an animation intern. We won Emmys and all that stuff. But I am an artist for real. But I became a cop to support my family. But the dress came at that expense because now I started buying all that stuff for my kids. And I started to have to pay bills. And believe it or not, superhero t-shirts are cheap. And every once in a while, because I still had that shopping bug, okay, and I would just shift on over to Walmart just to buy something to make me feel good. This was it. This was it, or Ross's or TJ Maxx or someplace really inexpensive where $5 or $6 will get me something that made me feel good. All the ties and the double-breasted and the tailor suits. I was getting suits made custom, you all. Trust me, brother can dress, and I still can dress. I just don't do it as often as I used to. But I'm bringing the dress game back. And so Toy was very right. She does get sick of me wearing the Nike stuff, but I was a professional basketball player overseas, and I train athletes. So I have a tendency to always just throw on, you know, sweats, Nike, gym shoes, Punisher, Batman, and I'm gone. You know, I still try to keep myself pretty groomed, you know, for the most part. But my dress game, children changed the game, Romans 8. They changed the game, okay? Brother's wallet was light. And if you have a man who's any kind of man, on the serious tip, that's not a sacrifice he should even mind making. Okay? Because it brought me so much pleasure to watch my kids dress appropriately and have what they needed. Everybody couldn't get what they wanted. You know what I mean? And so, yes, you can dress nicely on a budget. But as I said, Tanya Beckmore, my priorities shifted. I wasn't worried about budgeting for me at all. My whole budget went to them, period. End of story. So providing for them, paying for schools, making sure basketball camps were paid for, making sure they had the gym uniform that they needed and the books they needed. You understand? I had 4 kids. 4, okay? And so it takes time and thought, absolutely. And that was not energy that I was willing to spend. All my energy was going towards my kids. You know, it's funny because if Marriage with Goals is on or His and Her Money, they can tell you firsthand, I'm that dad that I don't mind going without for mine. It's not even that's a no-brainer. You understand what I'm saying? But I was gonna make sure my kids looked. I had to force my hubby to buy for myself. Yeah, and my wife does. She has to force me to buy for myself now. She really does. You know what I mean? And now as the kids are getting older, now, believe it or not, my dress game is starting to pick back up. I'm getting the button-up shirts again. You know, I'm shifting gears because now they're not the priority that they once were because they become more self-sufficient. They have their own jobs. They're buying their own stuff. But when you got 4 and you live in Chicago, okay, we're talking about the highest cost of one of the highest, second or third highest cost of living in the country. You understand what I'm saying? And for the most part, yes, I mean, seasons change. Absolutely. And so, now trust me, now when I go to speak and when I have engagements, brother knows how to dress. Toy does not dress me, okay? I know how to dress. She will go out and get things. Yes, they're grown now. Absolutely, they're grown now. She will go out and get things that she likes to see me in. And I love that. You know what I mean? And I'll go get her things I like to see her in. That's one thing we very much agree on. Babe, you want to see me in it, get me what you want to see me in. What color you like me in? You understand? What color I like you in? I'm all good with that. You follow me? That's marriage. That's marriage. Period, point blank, end of story. You know what I mean? We have to be willing to extend ourselves beyond ourselves for the greater goal. You know? So the kid that was me, that dressed all the dimes, blowing all those paychecks. See, because one thing you can't do, folks, you can't take an alcoholic to a bar. See, I had a shopping addiction. I had a clothing addiction. So when I quit, I really did quit cold turkey. What happens when she buys an orange suit, LL? If that orange suit is going to guarantee me some 57, guess what? Brother's about to go looking like the sun-kissed man. Believe it. Okay? Believe it. All right? Just make orange juice, baby, because I'm wearing it. If that's what she wants to see me in. Okay? And trust me, it has gone there. She has got me some things. Yeah, she has got me some things that I really didn't care about. But if she liked it, that was good enough for me. Period. Because when 57, yes, 57, So, thank you so much. So, when rubber meets the road, guess what? I only got one woman to please. If she wants me in pink purple dots with yellow shoes, guess what brother's wearing? That's what it is. That's just what it is. I never had a bow tie. We had to go to the Steve Harvey event, right? And I picked out my suit. We were looking for a tie. She was like, "Oh, I've never seen a bow tie. I know how to tie a tie. I've never had a bow tie." Guess what brother wore that night? That bow tie. And guess what happened? 57. 57. 57. Okay? That's how you work it, brothers. You have to make sure that you're doing what's necessary to please your woman, and vice versa. Okay? It's a mutual transaction. This is what marriage is. Okay? And it's not something that comes overnight. It's something that you really do grow into. You really grow into it. Because, as my wife said, we raised each other. We raised spouses. And it was a lot of this early on. And now it's a lot of this. It's a lot of this. Knitted, we weaving, might be a little pull and tug, but ain't nothing fraying. Ain't nothing coming apart. You understand? We're moving. See, when I move this way, this hand compromises and goes with it. When she moves this way, this hand compromises and go with it. But one thing they do, they stay linked. They stay linked. And that's what marriage is. Okay? You can't let the little things split you apart. You can't let the little things split you apart. Now, what other issue, what other thing did I overhear on the scope? Oh, the ego issue. Ladies, brothers, she was so off base with the stroking of the ego thing, it wasn't even funny. Okay? And when I explained it to her, I think she got it. We actually explained it to her in the car. When we do something and we want the accolades and the praises for doing the most mundane things, which is true. If I wash dishes, it's a big deal. Just the other day, we raised each other. Yeah, so you understand, Renee. You absolutely understand. We raised each other. And that's the hardest thing in the world, is to raise a spouse. But when we do the most mundane things as men, and we do, I can't deny it, we want praise, we want accolades, we want the pat. Oh, you did such a good job. Baby, I cut the grass today. Oh, you were supposed to cut the grass 2 weeks ago. Baby, I washed the dishes. Yes, and we're still learning. Baby, I washed the dishes, and we wanted to sound the alarm and have a ticker tape parade because we washed the dishes. It's a big deal. But the deal is not about the ego, okay? I think that's become a common misconception. Is a man's ego very fragile? Yes, it is. We do have egos. It's a sense of self that must be maintained in your man. And brothers, if you're watching, feel free to agree, all right? We do have egos. I do have an ego. I have a rather large ego. And the larger it is, the more fragile it is. But let me tell you what my ego is based upon. My ego is based upon my abilities to provide. My ego is based upon my ability to please my woman. My ego is based upon how effectively I'm raising my children, okay? My ego is based upon how effective I am at my mission and my purpose, okay? Those things are the things that most men's ego rests upon, okay? When we look for those accolades and that praise for doing the mundane things, it's not ego-driven. We want to know that we've pleased you. We want to know that we've done something that has brought you happiness, even if it's something small. It's not about our ego. We want to know, did I do good by you? Did I do good by you, babe? Okay? This is me trying to show you that nothing is beneath me pleasing you. It's not about ego. It's about pleasing you, ladies. Okay? Brothers, if you agree, if you're out there, hit 7. Ladies, if you get that, hit 7. Hit the hearts, let me know that you understand. Okay? It's not about ego. Yes, we have ego in the bedroom. We have ego in the boardroom. We have ego in the gym. Do you understand? Okay? We have ego when we're dealing with other men. All right? But when it comes to you all, we want to know that you're happy with us. See, my wife and I get 1-7. I got a lot of hearts. Thank you. Thank you, Kirk Perry. Thank you. We have this understanding, and I think she understands for the most part, that when all is said and done, we've often told people that the value that is love, that the value that is the love in a relationship is so sacred. I want to know, I take pleasure in your love. Your love has value with me because I know you could choose to love somebody else. You understand? Out of all the men in the world, you choose to love me with all my flaws, all my imperfections, all my schisms, all my scars, all my luggage, okay, all my issues. You didn't choose to love this other dude. You chose to love me. See, we hear this over-romanticized view of needing somebody. See, one thing about Sister Toy, she'll tell you when she's on again, I don't need her. And she knows that. Early on, it brought problems because I'm a very self-sufficient man, okay? See, brother can cook, all right? When infidelity, does the need to the ego have to be... Yes, it does. It has to be reestablished, okay? The ego has to be reinforced in that situation. And we'll talk about that at a more opportune time. But yeah, the ego does have to be stroked if I can give you the simple answer. But neediness should not play a part in a relationship. I'm a very self-sufficient man. One time we were going through a thing, and she made a statement that I feel as if you don't need me. And I told her lovingly, no, I don't need you. See, I need to breathe. I need to eat. Okay. I need a roof over my head. I need to protect myself from the elements. These are things that are fundamental to existence. But in and of those things, it takes very little to sustain those things. You could have a roof over your head with straw taped together. If you're hungry enough, you can eat roaches and sustain yourself. Okay? Water, you can get, water from a stream and boil it and survive. Need denotes survival. That should not be in any relationship. Okay? That should not be in any relationship. What adds value is the fact that you could choose to love someone else. The value is that I want you. Out of everybody in the world, no, I don't need you. But you have no idea how much I want you. I could have someone else. I chose you. That's the value. I've often said, how valuable would the love of your spouse be if they had no choice but to love you? If they had no choice but to love you, that love would be pretty worthless because you're the only person here. But when someone has a spectrum of choices, has a bevy of options, and they pick you out of all those millions, all those thousands, they choose to spend the rest of their life with you. Okay? That's the value in the relationship. The fact that I want you, that I choose to be with you, that I choose to share my life with you. Okay? So no, baby, I told her, I don't need you, girl. I can cook. And she'll tell you many things. I cook better than her. Married with goals, his and her money, those are my little sisters. Okay? I'm the oldest. I learned how to cook at a very young age. Okay, I learned how to wash dishes. When I left the house at 17, brother was completely self-sufficient. Washed my clothes, knew how to separate colors, knew how to fold like they was in Macy's, the whole 9 yards. But they do need to feel helpful. They do need to feel like they serve a purpose. Absolutely. And the word says a help meet, means a helper fit for your husband. That's why it's relative. Do you understand? My wife has to be a help fit for me. When the word says help meet for him, that means helper fit for her husband. That means you are dialed into your man's needs. That's relative to every relationship that's watching me right now. Okay? The Lord has created you to be a help fit for him. There's a portion that's allotted for you that is that man. There's a portion allotted from God, from you, that is that woman. Acts of service is definitely my love language. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so when she does things for me, believe it, that speaks to me. As self-sufficient as I am, I'm like, wow, you would do that for me just so I don't have to do it? Yeah, I could do it, but you thought enough of me to take that burden off of me. Okay? That speaks to me. That resonates with me at my core. Acts of service. And she knows that about me. Why? Because she's a help meet, a helper fit for me, for Dwayne Richard Perry. Okay, she wasn't a help fit for somebody else. Yes, my hubby is the same way. You understand? So when she does for me, I don't belittle it. I don't say, oh, I could do it myself. Because she's speaking my love language. She's communicating to me how much she loves me. See, Toy can go out and buy her own gifts, with gift giving being her primary love language. That's not hard for her. She has money. She works. But when I make the effort to do it, it lets her know in her language that she can receive, hey, baby, I love you. I still choose you above all others. Period, point blank. Okay? So, I covered the ego thing. It's not ego, ladies. They want to know that they're pleasing you. That's it. Take that. It's not an ego stroke. Baby, I washed the dishes. Baby, I walked the dog. See, I walked the dog, baby. Good boy, you walked the dog. Good boy. Guess what? It's not about ego. It's about, baby, I really appreciate that. Thank you. I heard you speak love to me when you did that. That's what we're looking for. Like I said, our ego rests in our provision. Our ego rests not so much even admiration as it is acknowledgement. That's it. That you saw me. That's all we want to know. Baby, you still see me? You see that I still love you, right? That's what we're saying. That as mundane as the act is, that's what we're really saying. You know, babe, you saw what I just did for you, right? It's not about ego. Ego is, when I wasn't working, my ego was fractured. When I lost my job on the police department, when I left the police department, my ego was fractured because something that my ego rests upon was no longer there, my ability to provide. When we went through the infidelity, my ego was fractured because now I'm questioning my ability to please her. Do you understand? When you feel less than a man, your ego is fractured. These mundane things that we look, yes, uplifting others is absolutely essential. These mundane things that we look for your appreciation for, it's not about ego. We want to know that you're happy. Because thank you so much, Mrs. Black family. Thank you so much from Washington, D.C. We want to know that you're happy. We want to know that we've done something that pushed your emotional buttons. That's it. That's it. Not ego, ladies. It's not ego. Most men's ego do not rest in such mundane things. We're wired a little bit deeper than that. So, with that being said, I hope that you've received something on tonight. We will be together. So you're sensitive. I'm very sensitive. I'm extremely sensitive. More sensitive than most people realize. Those who know me, I'm not sensitive in the sense, I'm one of those guys, I really don't care what people think. And I think that's kind of came from my military and police officer career. I'm not driven by pleasing other people and the approval of my circle is very small. If your last name is Perry, is or has been Perry, then what you think really does matter to me because we have a very close-knit family. But usually, most men, I can speak for myself. I want to speak for most men. I have the unique ability to categorize people and put them in boxes. That's how I manage people. Okay, in order of importance. You fit into a spot with me. Okay, and that spot is very defined and deliberate. Okay. Oh, men are very sensitive when it comes to the woman they love. Absolutely. I think that's most men. Yes, I think so. And so I don't want to be presumptuous and put that on most men. But I put people in boxes. Yeah, Chris is like that. My brother. This is why we get along so well. But when it comes to someone that I have let into my space, then in my spot, I will make every effort to please you. Every effort to please you. Now, I won't do anything intentionally to spite you because that's not Christ-like. That's not what we've been. Thank you all so much for joining. That's not what we're called to do. I won't do anything to intentionally offend. But if I have a point to make that I believe is crucial and important and beneficial, even if it's contrary to what you may think, I'll let you know. And you just have to deal with it. You know what I mean? I won't say it to hurt you. I won't say it to spite you. It comes from a place of substance typically, because I'm not quick to just open my mouth on any topic because I hate being wrong. I'll just be honest with you. I hate being wrong. Okay, so I'll sit and I'll mull a counter over, and I'll spin it around in my head. Hey, Naisha Mendez, good to see you. I'll mull a topic over in my head before I respond, but no, when I respond, I'm on pretty solid ground when I open my mouth. I hate being wrong. But even in hating being wrong, I can admit when I am. Okay, because I love to learn. I'm like, okay, I didn't see that, so now you just taught me something and you've just increased my arsenal. That's how I look at it. Okay, that's that competitive nature in me. So with that being said, thank you all for tuning in and watching me in all of my bluster and what have you. Hopefully we got a little bit of clarity on some topics. If you believe, you receive something that I've said, if it's been a blessing to you, thank you all. Give me those 7s. Let me know that you all got it, and hopefully it helps you deal with your man better. When I broadcast, men, women are all welcome. We are going to put our 10,000 to flight. That's right. Marriage for real. We're all about putting 10,000 to flight. It says, the word tells us 1 shall put 1,000 to flight, 2 shall put 10,000 to flight. And me and my wife, we are trying to put our 10,000, which includes you, we're trying to put y'all to flight out in this world, okay? With the power of marriage, the power of unity, and the power of God. Thank you all so much for watching. God bless you all. She will be here tomorrow. Is her scope time, okay? Thank you so much. The heart party, I love it. I hope it's blessed you guys. I kind of feel incomplete without her here. You know, I got to get used to this, but I'm sure we got a lot of stuff to talk about. You know, you all know, I told you, I confess what I used to do, be about that pole life, used to be a model. So this is when I say, you know, I was kind of raunchy when it came to women. I was, because I was in it. You know, I do look weird without her, don't I? I look naked, don't I? I look like, it's like my side is missing. You know, I'm like, where you at, girl? You know? But hopefully it's blessed you all regardless. And like I said, when I broadcast, everyone's welcome to join in. I want my brothers to join in, and I want my sisters to be there with their man so that they can talk about these things. You know what I mean? And hopefully, you know, do you think like that? Do most men think like that? I kind of think I'm kind of every man. I think I'm kind of every man. I've tried to live my life kind of open to the possibilities and other thought processes, and I don't think I'm too far off the rails, you know. But yes, wake them up. Have them check this out on the broadcast. Check us out on Katch. This is Marriage for Real. If you have any questions or requests, people have been emailing us. You can reach us at marriageforeal, F-O-R-E-A-L, not 2 R's, F-O-R-E-A-L, @gmail.com. Okay, follow us on Facebook. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know that you're receiving. We actually got some topic requests. Okay, if you guys have some topic requests, Miss Taryn actually sent us a topic request on Twitter that we're going to tackle. We want that stuff from you. We are growing this stuff. See this new light? This is a ring light, you all. Okay, so you can see all my imperfections, my receding hairline, the whole. We are growing this thing. Okay, 57 went on last night. Brother's feeling good tonight. Feeling really good tonight. Sister was on her post. We will say that. Sister was on her post, even though she was a little mad at me. But thank you all so much. You all are special. We love you. No, I have this like bronchitis thing. I've been taking this inhaler, so I'm not sick. It's just chest constriction. But we're putting our 10,000 to flight. We hope that you put your 10,000 to flight. God bless you. We love you. This is a peek inside the mind of a madman. And if you don't believe me, ask your man. He'll tell you. If he won't, I will. God bless you. We love you. Yes, she's going to get me, but guess what? I like to get got. God bless you all. I love you. This is your brother D from up the block. God bless. Put your 10,000 to flight. And I will see you guys on Friday. My wife will be here tomorrow. Thanks for all the love. God bless. Peace.